right?
Um, uh, Hamilton, music, um, objects, loves little people, no, little people,
Mm-hmm.
um, her dolls, she loves, um, she loves her, dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Projects balls. She loves the balls. Um, and the stackable rings. Okay. What activities does your child enjoy? Reading, um, jumping, um, and running. um, coloring. She loves coloring. And playing in general. What does your family really enjoy doing? Going to the park, going to the library, watching. Hey, honey. Oh, 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 oh. Honey. Hi, honey. I'm so glad. Again? Huh? Again? Again? You want to listen to the song again? Okay, hold on. And think. Okay.
All right, sweetie. Well, let me go get ready for the broadcast, okay?
Well, hold on. I'm almost done. Hold
Okay.
on. Watching, family movies and TV. What do you think is your child's best characteristic? Ooh,
Always happy. Loving, I guess maybe.
I'd say happy. We want to focus our effort on your family's interests and priorities. Think about what would make life easier and more enjoyable with your child. What are the most important tasks or activities that you would like your child to be able to do?
Talk more. More receptive. Maybe talk more.
I think more clearly.
Right.
Uh, Eat more of a variety of foods.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that adhere to um, her mandatory gluten-free lifestyle. Um, I would like for her to start picking up her toys.
Right.
Like, maybe, like, how would you say, like, I guess, toy cleanup
I think that's part of the
for,
listening stuff, sweetie. She's got to listen to be able to do that, you know.
right, um,
Right.
when it's,
When she feels like it. Right.
right. Maybe, um, thank you. Okay, I'll get you more in a minute. Well, let me finish this really quick. So I said, listen more.
Right.
I said, i.e., understanding no means no. Time to clean up toys. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Think about the activities you just listed. Describe how your child does these activities right now. Right now, okay. So the first one, talk more clearly. Uh, um,
Could be better.
she knows words. She knows some words. But um, may not be. Um, okay. All right, Lucy. Yes, Lucy. We gotta go to bed soon. We gotta go
I mean, it's true. Think about it. Anywhere. You want her to do it wherever, you know?
Yeah, everywhere.
So,
Do you have any further comments or observations that you would like to add?
this survey is way too long.
Right. Sorry.
Not your fault.
Alright, this is the end. Thank you for your time.
Alright. Let me go get this started, okay? So I can get done and go to bed.
Alright, I love you.
I love you too. Get her laid down, and then I'll call as soon as I'm done with this, okay?
Alright, baby, I love you.
I love you too. Bye, sweetie.
Bye, honey. Alright, hey!
Something new on a Sunday evening as we want to get to show you a live broadcast of a race that was ran this past Wednesday night, but we're going to have some fun with it and get ready for some fantastic racing. And for the first time ever, you get to watch the next gen car race on the Captain Sports Network. We are looking forward to a lot of fun on this Sunday evening as we welcome you in tonight to the Wilder Graphix Cup Series. It is all part of the Light Speed Racing Series, and it is going to be a fantastic night of racing. We welcome you in Monster Mile 200, race number 1 of this series from the Dover International Speedway here in Dover, Delaware. This is a fantastic 1 mile oval bank of 24 degrees, 9 degrees down in the corners, or 9 degrees on the straightaways, I should say. And we are looking forward to some fantastic racing this evening. Let's take a look at the schedule that you will see. As a matter of fact, tonight the only race for the next 4 or 5 weeks that is going to be in the recorded section. We will actually... Is that why you're not hearing me? Music is pretty loud, isn't it? Hello, welcome in. I don't know why I didn't turn the music down like I usually do. But anyways, welcome in. I am the captain, Chris Scala. This is the Captain Esports Network. We welcome you into the Wilder Graphix Cup Series of the Light Speed Racing League, LSRL, and their Next Gen Cup Series. This is the schedule you will see here for the season. It all starts tonight here at Dover, Michigan coming up next week. Now the Michigan, Daytona, Darlington races, those next 3 will be live here on Captain Esports Network on Wednesday nights, but then we'll get back to the re-recordings of broadcasts and stuff. But I am actually live. I am talking to you guys right now on the stream. This race actually, though, was ran this past Wednesday night, but either way, we're still going to put on the great show that is part of this schedule here on Captain Esports Network here, part of the Wilder Graphix Cup Series schedule. So there we go. That is what it looks like here this evening. Now let's take a look. Qualifying just got done, and the pole award going to go to right there, Dylan Gonis, the 27 car. Put a cap on that pole award, 21.894 seconds. Congratulations to Dylan on winning the pole. Dilly B, as he likes to be called. Going to be the pole sitter here later on this evening. But first, we do get to put on 2 heat races, and those are going to be starting here right about now. So let's get this show on the road, shall we, and get ready for a fun night of racing here on the Captain Esports Network. I'm using a lot of technology tonight to make all this work, so forgive me if it looks like I'm stalling and so on and so forth. But we're going to get this going, and the grid actually right now is getting all set up right now. There they are down on the grid as we'll get ready for our first 5-lap heat race of 2 that we will see this evening. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for this heat race. I believe these are cars that will race in this one. Dylan Gonis, Brandon Ayers, Ira Kohlhaas, Jeremy Moore, Dylan Reed, Michael Cooper, Dale Lee, and Adam Brady, I believe, will be the starters. It's actually showing the whole entire field. But there you will see the cars that are showing up on the grid. There you see those next-gen cars. We'll see them on the 29 already having issues. Kind of goosed it a little bit there. Put her in the wall. That is Ira Kohlhaas. No good there in that happening, huh? But they will run 5 laps as per usual here. As you might have saw Tuesday night in the Xfinity race. That was a pretty wild one in itself. The 40 car of Lee joining the battle here. Dale Lee, that is, as they come off of turn number 4. And this is heat race number 1. Here we go. Oh, there goes the 24 into the one, and another car hits the wall hard. No cautions in this race, but the 24, and not sure the other car is there. It's is that the 5? It is the 5 of Murata. He puts himself into the wall, but Dylan Reed continuing to lead as they go through. And now the 39's down in the wall. He gets loose, and he cracks the wall. And that's going to give the lead to, I believe, Ira Kohlhaas here. Nope, I stand corrected. Dylan Gonis leads there in that 27. The Canada car leads at 29 down the back straightaway. Dylan Lee up to the third position, or Dale Lee up to the third position. Dylan Reed now 4th. And Harvey your top 5. Kohlhaas within 0.4 of a second. Not sure why the grid is showing everybody. But that's going to flip around, obviously, right now. Usually it separates out the 2 heat races, but some reason here it did not. But Gonis is going to take the white flag. Final lap of heat race number 1. this Monster Mile 200. Oh, 29 getting a little loose of Ira Kohlhaas again. The 27 though. Going to bring it through turns 3 and 4. You see Dale Lebo at the second, but Gonis will get the heat race win. And there's Lee going to finish second. Ira Kohlhaas, Dylan Reed, and Chris Harvey going to be your top 5 in that Sharpie in number 97. All right, so the second set of heat racers will line up here, and they will go green for another 5 laps, I believe. I don't understand some reason it's not separating to the heat race form, which usually it does. So I don't know if that's a... Either way. That's some buttons here. There we go. For this race, we're going to have Brandon Ayers. It looks like they're in a 51 car. We'll start on the... There we go. It all shuffles around here. So once again, the cars will shuffle around. Again, I'll figure out these bugs throughout here. I've done pre-race broadcast before. For some reason, though, this is a little bit different looking than what I'm used to on here. But Brandon Ayers, Adam Brady. Michael Cooper, Leonard Frost, Landon Quisenberry, Michael Jeans, Anthony Ludi, and Keith Bouchard will be in the second heat race. You'll see the cars that ran that first race down at the bottom now of the grid. Pace car go pull in for another 5 laps of racing as Brady and Ayers will lead them to the green flag. Again, one thing you're going to realize, these cars sound very different. This is what you're going to see next season in the NASCAR Cup Series. All 5 gears of these things. And it's going to be Brady getting the lead and heading for the infield. He's trying to save it up into the 75. He goes. Brady Quisenberry gets a very big shot from that. And I think that's Spotify number 25 also of Ludi got a piece of it. And they continue on. No cautions in these heat races. Up here for the lead, Michael Cooper. Up to the lead ahead of Michael Jeans here. And up there's Quisenberry up there crashing into the wall. And around goes the 51 into the wall of Ayers. Oh boy. A lot of cars having some issues here. Yeah, you think they're getting very loose off these corners. Oh, and into the wall goes the 08, I believe that is. Nope, that's the 12 of Michael Cooper as Jeans continues to lead. As I believe they'll come around and see the white flag. I am definitely going to look into the ticker issues and stuff. I usually don't have these issues with this on replays, so I don't know what that's about. But Jeans takes the white flag. Down the back straightaway, the 012 of Cooper trying to hold on to her. They're staying wide open there. These cars just too high of a rev to get down to 4th gear here. They should be in 5th gear the whole way around here. As across the checkered flag, it is Michael Jeans winning the race. Cooper, Bouchard, Quisenberry, Brady, and Frost. Your top 5. Or top 6, I should say. And that'll be your 2 heat races. I'll get off my screen. And now everybody will grid. We are going to pause for a quick second. And before we grid, let's take a break here for a quick second. And we'll come back and get you the starting lineup and the actual race in itself as you're watching the Wilder Graphix Cup Series here on Captain TV.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are here as we get ready for the Monster Mile 200. It is the opening race of this series. That is the Wilder Graphix Cup Series, part of the Light Speed Racing League. We welcome you in on the Captain Esports Network. I am the captain, Chris Scala, and we get you ready with the starting lineup for the main events presented by Grid Finder. Dylan Gonis again winning the pole tonight. He'll start alongside Brandon Ayers in the number 51 car. Ira Kojas, he'll start third alongside Jeremy Moore. Dylan Reed to 39. He had all kinds of issues along with others in the heat races there. Seems like a lot of cars are having those issues out here on the grid this evening. He'll start alongside Michael Cooper, who had a good finish there in the heat race. Taking a look at the rest of your lineup, there is Christopher Couric and Landon Crisenberry. He'll start there in row number 5. Row 6, Anthony Giuliano and Leonard Frost. Joseph Marotta and Michael Jeans. Chris Harvey, Anthony Ludi, they'll start in 14th, 15th, and 16th. And then Kevin Otis, Keith Bouchard, those guys did not actually get a qualifying lap in this evening as the cars roll off. Take a look at the weather for the evening. It is 78 degrees, track temp at 106, 55% humidity, and winds from the north, of course. And that is all brought to you by Lottie's TravelWorld.com. So appreciate them for being a part of the broadcast. Also here this evening as you see the cars out on track. As it'll be 200 laps around this 1 mile oval. Behind Dylan Gonis, who will lead him to the green flag. In the the opening race of the Cup Series. Pace car is in a start on the green flag in this series. Here we go. Here going up the 5th gear, and of course the opening lap brought to you by the Sim Speed Shops, who specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufactures sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. SimSpeedShop.com. Visit that today as lap 1, led by the 27 Agonis. As you see, the 69 and 26 did not start the race, but Michael Jeans looking inside for the lead. Multi-groove racing of Dover. Got to be very careful as one car way off the pace to the inside. That's a 29 of Colas. Oh, into the wall. Giuliano hard. That 17 monster car. That Mustang with a lot of damage. Inside for the 3rd position, Cooper trying to, or Dale Lee trying to make a move on Cooper. Dale's running pretty patiently in that number 40 car. But you see the difference now with this new next-gen car. You see 5th gear revs already over 9,000 down the straightaway, speed to about 175 mile an hour. These things will eat up tires here at Dover. We do have our cameras, of course. They are presented by TrackCams for Gourmet. You can check them out, trackcams22.com for oval and road course and rallycross type of tracks and so much more. You can check out these cameras right now, trackcams22.com. Everybody pretty much single file for the most part. Dylan reading the 39 car. Dylan some 4 seconds off of the last car in line right now, and about 20 or 13 seconds make that off of the leader. And there's Chris Harvey. He's 16th right now. Chris almost about to be a lap down. For Jeans, Gonis, Cooper, Dylan Lee, and Couric, your top 5. As they drive off into these concrete canyons. Murata trying to hold off Giuliani. There's Brandon Ayers here in that 51 to Marlboro Chevrolet. Hoping to smoke his way through the field, apparently. As we're 10 laps into this 200-mile event. Laps on the board. You see the 29, Ira Kohlhaas looking to the bottom of Couric. Couric in that Sunoco number 24, as he had all kinds of issues there in that heat race. But Kohlhaas looking to take the spot away, and here comes Brady behind him there in that 77 car. Oh, and contact, 29 into the 24. They save it as of now, 77 to Brady in the wall. And we continue green. side by side. Yeah, Lee in that 40, that Ford Mustang, about 3 seconds back. But I tell you right now, Dylan Gonis does not let Michael Jeans get away in that 27 car. You see the 97 Harvey trying to keep himself on the lead lap early in this race, 15 laps deep. It's Monster Mile 200. It's race number 1 of 13 you will see this season for this Wilder Graphix Cup Series season, as the 27 to the inside. Gonis kind of saving up the tires a little bit, and he will take the lead on lap number 15. Here's Quisenberry, that 75 car. He is looking around his 29 right now. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. Tomas looking underneath the 24. To get the move, wasn't able to clear himself off turn 4. Quisenberry tried to get the run into the diamond and back to the bottom. You see that 29 with some right rear damage after that contact with the 24. Lap times around here right now, 23s and a high 23, so already over a second off the pace here, just 18 laps in. This track, very notorious for eat up tires. There you see the 24 and 29 all over each other again after what happened just a few laps ago. And now Quisenberry to the inside of Ira. Or make that, I'm sorry, the 24 Keurig. And please let me know if I'm saying that name wrong. I hope I'm not. 51 of Brandon Ayers trying to jump into the picture now himself. Gonis half second over Jeans right now. Lee up to 3rd early in this race. Check out the 24 and 77 as they battle out. This is 9th and 10th. Brady. And then 77 look underneath the 24. He's trying to get some air on that nose on that Fusion. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a Mustang, but yeah, he's got the Fusion nose on there apparently. There's the Mustang back behind him there in the 5 of Murata. Behind now, trouble, Leo 12's around, and that is going to bring out the caution. And caution is out for the first time. Michael Cooper with issues in the 012. Let's see what happens to the 12. Let's take a look at the replay if I get the button to work. There we go. There we go. Cameras weren't cooperating with me for a second. We got it going. Oh, 12 just gets loose off turn 4, goes down and noses that Mustang down into the wall. Look out the rest of the field. Does a great job of missing him. Takes the cone with him. And toes to pit road, unfortunately, there. First caution of the evening. As you see this part of the track here, you come climbing out of the banking here. and it can really get you loose, especially when you're in a four-wheel slide. And that's what happens there. He gets loose. Rear end kind of swaps ends and then has to overcorrect it head first into the wall. And then the Cooper car going to crush the inside wall here. Bam. Knocks the Mustang out of the grill. And look at everybody else here doing a great job of getting around them. So caution out here for the first time. Here we go, leaders, or at least the leader, coming into the pits right now. Actually, a few others are coming in. You see the 27 is in right now. Cole Haas already on pit road. You see the 29, some of these guys getting damage fixed, so on and so forth here in this race. And that is going to lead Logan Quisenberry out here in the lead right now at lap number 25. You still got the Keith Bouchard car. He is back on pit road here in his 64. And there's Chris Harvey, that Sharpie Mustang, the old Kurt Busch paint back in the day. There you see the 75 of Quisenberry. So, of course, this is the Wilder Graphix Cup Series here on Captain Esports Network. Every Wednesday night, these guys race. We'll be live coming up this week at the Michigan Speedway. But make sure you check out Wilder Graphix. They provide the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today at Facebook, or you can take a ride on the wild side. Sorry, Anthony, I'm trying. Check out Wilder Graphix on Facebook again, and as I said, we'll try it again. Take a ride on the wild side. Quisenberry coming to pit road. That'll hand it over to Michael Jeans back to the lead. What is the first caution flag of the evening here? Lap number 26. You know, the one thing they are doing right with these cars, you got to give them credit to. These cars are going to look just like the street cars, which is really cool. I know there's been a lot of talk about the downfall of them with being damaged and maybe keeping drivers safe and so on, but I'm pretty sure these guys are going to get it fixed eventually. And before they get on track here in February for the Daytona 500, we're going to see, 40 sharp-looking cars. And with the new teams coming in and stuff like that, I think we're going to see some fantastic racing with these cars come next season. All 5 gears of them. Sequential shifting. Rack and pinion steering. All that good stuff. As they come to the green flag here, lap number 27. And green flag is out as you see Jeans take the green flag with Ayers up to second. Reed, Lee, and Kohash, your top 5. Side by side, the first battle back here is the 24 looking inside the 25. Inside, 24 up the bank a little bit there. As here comes Dylan Gonis, who's leading earlier, now is inside wall. Gonus has smacked the inside wall. No caution yet. And I believe the caution is out. So caution out for the second time because of the 27 of Dylan Gonus. Looks like we'll have to do an old school replay here as you see the cars coming to a stop. Don't want to hit each other here. So we're going to wait for the pace car to catch up. So let's go back and see what happens on lap 28 as Gonus goes to make the pass here. Up to fifth gear finally in these new cars. Into turn 3 and 4. Such a great job there. Unfortunately, he swap ends on him here. Oh, he put that apron actually. That might have not helped things into the wall hard. Yeah, he goes around 360s. And that brings that caution out. I got it one more time here. And it's going to go back to the restart again, but let's go on board the whole time and watch the 27 here up in fourth gear right now. Kind of pinch there a little bit. Oh yeah, he clips the apron, and that's what gets him loose. Inside wall, and around he goes. And that brings caution out for the second time this evening. There you see him on pit road right there. Caution out here for the second time. We're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back, get you more green flag racing as you are watching the Wilder Graphix Cup Series here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are here at the Dover International Speedway as we get ready for green flag. At lap number 32, I've not gotten the one to go signal. We'll get that next time by. Of course, big shout out to all the sponsors, of course, being a part of the series. another sponsor that's a part of the league, Track Time Entertainment. Of course, Track Time Entertainment builds custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community. They manufacture their simulators in Texas using U.S. extruded aluminum. Visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and a full lineup of their products. They are proudly made in the USA. So big shout out to Track Time Entertainment, one of the many sponsors this league has. Of course, Anthony and the whole league does a great job putting this whole thing together, and this is season number 3 for this league, and of course the first for us. And if you didn't get a chance to watch Tuesday night's Xfinity Series race, you missed a wild one from the Nashville Super Speedway that saw Cameron Hearn go to victory lane in that one. Of course, Harold Dartner was in that. Harold, gentleman who kind of got me introduced with these guys, and a big shout out to him. He might be watching tonight. I know he's taking care of some things as the green flag comes out here at lap number 34. But Harold hooked me up with a lot of stuff here, including all the sponsors and so on and so forth, and all the cool graphics that you're going to see most of the time here when we're on the air, especially on the Captain Esports Network. Of course, if you're joining us like, wait, Scal, it's not Captain TV anymore. Nope, that changed. Back on Monday of last week, we became the Captain Esports Network, and we're going to continue to grow. I'm still working on some graphic stuff to get those up on the Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, and hopefully we'll have that done in the very near future. As you see a battle for the lead, say hello to Dylan Reed in the 39 to Discount Tire Mustang. To the inside and to the lead, going to bring the 51 of Brandon Ayers with him. Dale Lee up to the 4th spot. Anthony Ludi up 11. He is 5th there in that Spotify car. I'm assuming he's got the music playing in his ears while he's out there driving. You see Anthony Giuliano there in the 6th position. Ira Kohlhaas there in 7th. There's the boss man. Running in the 6th spot right now, but as up front, Ayers going to go to the front now. As Reed, I don't know if he got a shape or something there. Oh, he's got left side damage. Was there contact with the 51? We'll have to investigate that. Ayers up to the front and Reed going backwards. But Reed going to lose the 2nd position, and now 3rd position. It looks like Dale Lee trying to get the spot to the high side, not able to do so. And that brings Anthony Ludi into the picture. I mentioned with our partnership with Track Cams 4 Gourmet, you can always check out the drones that we have flying around every time you see us live. There, as you see, the battle for 2nd is Dylan Reed going to look up to the inside of Jeans and goes by the 08. I know one thing they're trying to figure out in these new next-gen cars for next season, what will be the horsepower? Rumor is somewhere probably in the 615 range, from what I've been hearing on some podcasts and stuff. Obviously, it's kind of in between of the 750 and the 550 horsepower that you see at some of the Cup races. Of course, some people feel that the more power, the better it will be, but we shall see. Great fight going on there, and a great fight back here. This is the 8th position as Ira Kohlhaas under attack. Quisenberry to his inside. Ayers already stretching this thing out. He's got 3.5 seconds. Somebody shot him out of a cannon. "45 laps in. Michael Jean's falling back to the 6th position so far, as he now tries to get back up there to the 24 of Keurig. Giuliano right there behind him in the 7th position, about a second back. 13 cars on the lead lap right now, all behind Chris Harvey there in at 97. You got Keith Bouchard, who is on pit road right now. Let's get the pit stop for him. Smith and Wesson, number 40. In the 3rd spot, he's got about a second up to Reed. As Quisenberry makes a run to the inside, he'll pass to 29. So move him up a spot. I mentioned next Wednesday night, race number 2 of this series on the virtual Michigan Speedway. That is going to be a fun one Wednesday night. We'll have it for you live here on the Captain Esports Network at about 8:15 or so. We'll get the stream up and running, and right before 8:30 they'll get the, or actually it'll be a little earlier, 8:10, because I got the 2 heat races that will do, 5-lap heat races, which will then coincide with. And caution is out for the 3rd time. And I believe this is the first. Oh, no, caution isn't out. I thought they were the way they were backing off. I stand corrected. I know they got a couple competition cautions that'll be coming out also here. You see the groove kind of moving up a little bit here. Now the caution is out. And this will be the first competition caution of the evening here as they'll get behind the pace car. Lap number 51. So we'll see if we get cars to pit road, so on and so forth here. Now, of course, there's 80% fuel in these cars, in the Cup cars, 70% in the Xfinity cars. And the point standings a little bit different in this series than you see in most leagues, basically. First points will get 15, all the way down to the 15th position. It goes from 15 down to 1, and then from there, 1 point all the way down the field. Past the 21st plus position. Of course, you get a bonus point for finishing, a bonus point for 0x, and that is it. And for the chase format and stuff, which they've announced, if they get 75% of drivers meeting the, or 75% of the race completed by enough drivers, that will make the points eligible for the playoffs. So, of course, they try to cover all their odds and ends and so on and so forth here. And so we got some cars on pit road here. Don't want to miss those. Adam Brady, Murata, Harvey, Giuliano, and Bouchard all on pit road here. They're going to go ahead and, I believe, take some tires and fuel and maybe get some damage fixed on these cars as air stays out. while we're under caution, I want to talk a little bit about Grid Finder. Of course, you can find your place on the grid. It's the home of online racing communities. You can browse hundreds of leagues racing on all the gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week across the globe. You can browse through 1,000 different leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, an ACC, R Factor 2, F12020. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't really have much. Oh my gosh. Now I'm embarrassed. F1 2020. If the hyphen was there, I would have got that. Oh, dear. And more. Looking for commentators or streamers for your iRacing broadcast or a designer for your next delivery, Grid Finder has all the talent in one place. If you run a sim racing league, make sure you upload your community to Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick and easy, and best of all, it is all free 99, or as I like to say, free. Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. F1 2020, Scala. I cannot believe I just said F1 2020. What in the world is wrong with me? Anywho. Hey, appreciate the viewers watching so far this evening. If you happen to watch this broadcast later on, or if you're watching right now, you can, of course, hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Captain Esports Network, as we'll come to the 1 to go signal this time by. So we got 4 cars behind the wall right now. You got the 27 of Dylan Gonis, who led a couple laps earlier. He's behind the wall. Michael Cooper, Jeremy Moore, and Kevin Otis actually never took the green flag tonight. So we had 17 start the race. And the 51 of Brandon Ayers leading right now. We are 54 laps in. Surely seems like a great opportunity for a segment that the guys here of the LSRL have not had a chance to see because Nashville didn't allow me these features. But it is time, for the first time ever, to turn it up, Captain TV style. I'm going to be quiet and let you guys enjoy some racing here at Dover in the next gen. So as you see up front, Michael Jeans out to about a 7/10 of a second lead right now over Dylan Reed, who's under attack right now as Quisenberry works for the second spot. They're trying to get that Toyota Camry a little run off of turn 4, not able to do so. Brandon Ayers, who had a really big lead just a little bit ago, riding in fourth with Dale Lee right there behind him as they battle it out for position 2. And now Quisenberry gets to the inside of Reed. And it takes that position away. 9,000 RPMs, 91,000 would be very loud. And a lot of revs in a minute. These are 5 cars under a blanket right here. Chris Harvey behind him in the 7th position right now. Ira looking to the outside of this 40 car, just trying to get the run, trying to get the quarter panel crossover move coming. He gets to his inside, got the run off the top. Nice little diamond there by that 29. He'll make the move. About being patient here in this race. A lot of laps still to go. This track can be very demanding. It can definitely wear you out. It can also take care of you if you let the race come to you. You see the horse racing track there on the inside. This track built back in the 1960s. Cole Haas going to jump by Dylan Reed for third as they sit about 2.5 seconds behind Landon Quisenberry for second. Anthony Giuliano has gotten off the track into 13th position right now, getting some things worked on. There's your leader, Jeans. Of course, the building over on the right, that is part of the horse track and also a hotel and casino. And here's the fight now for position. This is back at the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th spots of Ayers, Brady, Frost, and Couric, all in this fight here. You can almost add Anthony Ludi to it. That 51, he's swatting flies in that car right now. That car very dancy, of course, middle corner. As these tires wear out, you can easily get a little tight loose to her, slide up the track, and of course you trying to bring it down. That's when the back end tries to cross up on you. And here comes the 97 into the picture. Chris Harvey up to 6th and now up to 5th. Thinking of letting the race come to you, that is what that Sharpie car has done. 97 looking pretty sporty. Oh, easy Dylan Reed. He was heading for the infield again. All about letting the setup come to you and giving yourself time to adjust to whatever you're handed here. To get this car the best finish possible. Harvey easily goes past Dylan Reed for position. with 0.4 of a second over Quisenberry, and now Brady with issues. Oh, look at maybe some blinking issues, and he's got some outside wall damage on the right side. And here comes Murata into the picture, the 5 in the 6th position right now. He's going to look underneath Reed. So you wonder if Reed might have burnt the tires off just a little bit on that right front especially. And now starting to fall into the clutches of some of these cars who have been trying to save on the longer runs. As there's that Wilder Graphix number 5 to the inside. Brady trying to get low on Reed to make that move, see if he can diamond the corner a little bit. That's one of the typical strategies you can do here. Dover, diamonding, where you can just let the car kind of roll up the middle of the track here. Most of these cars are doing that right now, and then bringing it back off low, which kind of stretches out the straightaway. You see them roll up the track and then bring it right down to the bottom coming off the corner. And that's where you see some of these cars get their max speeds down the straightaway and stuff. Laps from the halfway point. 3 cautions so far, 2 for X, 1 for competition reasons. Leonard Cross in the 11 car, fighting it out, running in the 8th position right now. I think we got caution on the track. And I believe it is Dale Lee who has gone around in the 40 car. So tough break for the 40. The Smith & Wesson Ford Mustang has gone around, bringing out the caution here at lap 82. Let's see what happens. As I'm still trying to get used to doing that whole swipe thing, so apologies for that. Come off turn 2, and the back end comes around there. Wonder if he had too much wheel. Oh, and the thing snaps back, and into the outside wall he goes. And Smith & Wesson Mustang in trouble here at lap 81. Let's see if we can get another replay of it. Oh, you can hear it, and he's trying to gas his way out of it. He just snaps back around and in trouble. The caution out. At lap number 82. Looks like, unless pit road opens this time by, I believe it opened there. If we're going to see the leaders on pit road or not, we'll wait another lap here to see if anybody comes to pit road. I'm not seeing anybody in right now outside of cars with damage. Adam Brady on pit road in that 77 car. cars will stay out here. So we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you more green flag racing as you're watching the Wilder Graphix Cup Series Monster Mile 200 on Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are here at Dover International Speedway, about to come to the green flag as we wrap up the fourth caution of the evening here at the virtual Monster Mile. And just a reminder that the butt kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful inaudible bass through your couch or chair, so you can feel the crashes, racing engines, and special effects in your movies and games. You can use promo code LSRL for 20% off the butt kicker site as we go back to green at lap number 86. Look at Chris Harvey, as I mentioned, slowly working his way up here through the field. Just before halfway, started out back, and now has worked up to the third position. There's Woodbury behind him there in second. Boss, Reed, Morota, and Ayers your top six right now. Top seven make that. So they go to turn number 3 and 4. Really fast on the short run, and that 39 discount tire Ford Mustang running right there behind the 5. Great racing coming up here this week on the Captain Esports Network. Of course, tonight is the LSRL Cup Series presented by Wilder Graphix. Now, usually on Sunday nights, we have the VPRL Clash Series. Their race was postponed again tonight. Their weekend race of racing Friday and Sunday night were postponed due to some internet issues with the admins. Friday on Friday, but they want to keep the league and the series consistent schedule-wise, so they pushed back the Sunday race also to next week. That's why you're able to watch this broadcast. We are live. Hello. I'm saying hi to you right now on the stream. But tomorrow night, TI's Truck Series will kick off their new season from the virtual Daytona International Speedway. Season number 5, season 4 of their Truck Series. And then TI's IndyCar Series in action Tuesday early at 7:30, and then followed by the Grid Finder Xfinity Series for the LSRL, so a doubleheader Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, we'll have this Cup Series right here, the Wilder Graphix Cup Series, race number 2 for Michigan. On that for you at 10 after 8. We'll go live and racing later on that evening. So a lot of great racing leading up to Friday next week. Brandon Ayers trying to get underneath the 5 of Murata. You see Dylan Reed right there with him. The 51 not able to complete the pass just yet. Behind them, the I believe it's Kurak, how you pronounce that name, the 24 car. Sunoco Chevrolet. Oh, easy. Murata into the wall, and he's going to spin it out. And that is going to bring the caution out for the 5th time, as Joseph Murata goes around. Thought he was going to get the 51 there and did a great job to stay off of, but let's see what happens to the 5 car. Outside there, and very easy to, well, he did hit the wall a little bit there, and that's gonna, yeah, very easy to feel like you're getting pinched here. And credit to Murata, he might have been, but once you clip that wall, it's kind of like you're out of control at that moment. It's just very tough here at Dover. That's part of the monster part of this track. Let's take a look at this one again. This might be a good view here to see the rear chase. Watch how close the 51 is here. And it's always misleading. You feel like you're don't have much room, but there was actually a decent amount of room there, but the way the banking looks and all that good stuff, it is easily misleading. You see the 25 and the 40 each getting by there, so caution out now. As he gets himself going there. And we'll stay on the lead lap, but unfortunately a lot of damage on the 5. And let's see what the leaders decide to do here. They were on pit road at lap 52. And they're going to come to pit road again here. .35-mile-an-hour speed limit on pit road, or a snail's pace as we like to call it. Pretty much everybody on the lead lap in for 4 tires and fuel. No resets in the series. Of course, these cars with only one center lug nut on them. That is going to be another big difference. You can look right there. You see the middle of the tire. That is the one lug nut you will see on the car, kind of like an Indy car that you will see next season. A lot of people think that that might change the way pit stops work, but again, from some people I talked to, a lot of them think that it's not going to be much different, because you're still going to have 2 guys on one side, 2 guys on the other side changing the tires and stuff. You're not going to see like a 4-crew strategy like the Indy cars, where 2 are on one side and 2 are on the other side at the same time, changing all 4 tires. Instead, you will have to run around the car as per usual, so on and so forth in this situation. So Landon Quisenberry wins the race off of pit road, a 14.7. Great stop for the 75 at Wilder Graphix number 75, that purple livery or paint scheme, whatever terminology you want to lose. And the guy that I've been mentioning, he's kind of been stalking through the field a little bit here. Chris Harvey now up to the 2nd position. Ira Kohlhaas, Brandon Ayers, and Adam Brady, your top 5. And if you're just joining us tonight, here is a look at the schedule for the season. As I mentioned, Dover tonight, and then it is the Michigan Speedway next Wednesday night, Daytona the following Wednesday, and in Darlington. That is going to be a fun series of races right there. And then the short track are Richmond, September the 8th, which Bristol, Vegas, Talladega, the Charlotte Roval, Texas, Kansas, Martinsville, and Phoenix to finish off the schedule. Now, if that does look familiar, yes, it does match up with the NASCAR schedule. If you look at it very closely, you'll see Daytona is usually the final race of the playoff schedule for NASCAR, and then Darlington, of course, kicks off the playoffs. That's exactly how it's all shaped up. So, well done here by Anthony and the guys there putting that schedule together. It should be a lot of fun this season for the 13 races to lead to the final race in Phoenix in November. Of course, every broadcast here on the Captain Esports Network. Good news, the Michigan, Daytona, Darlington races, those will be live on the network. And whenever we're not able to be live, we will get the broadcast on the week of that race. Going to bring him off of turn 2 here down the back straightaway. See that great crowd here at the Virtual Monster Mile. As of right now, still seeing 11 cars on the lead lap as we'll come back to the green flag here at just shy of the halfway point. Now, of course, I mentioned earlier the green flag, initial green flag is on the flagman. The rest of the restarts on the leader once the pace car pulls off. So Quisenberry on the pedal as we're back to green. As next time by, we will hit the halfway point in this race. As I always like to say, I'm not sure if we're halfway started or halfway finished. Ayers putting all kinds of pressure on that 77 of Brady. And Chris Harvey right there in front of him in the 3rd position. Brady trying to get to that high side, getting that quarter panel to 97. It's going to make him give up that bottom to the 51. Ooh, Adam caught that apron a little bit. Got to be very careful with that with new tires on this car. To a 6/10 of a little bit. I can't talk. Landon out to a 6/10 of a second lead over Colas. There's Dale Lee back there in the 40. Dylan Reed in the 39 car, but Anthony Moody, the Spotify car. Oh, and one car got the wall there off turn 2 at a wreck. The 51 goes around along with Brady. And a 25 involved, it looks like. And the 6 caution out, lap 104. So Ludi, Ayers, and Brady bring out the caution out for the 6th time, just past the halfway point. Let's see what transpires here. Well, see the, and Brady gets down into the 51. He goes spin at 25, nowhere to go. Let's add Kurok to the list of cars involved in that, the 24. So a 4-car accident here. See if we can see it one more time here. Oh, Brady gets the wall, 51 adjusts, but then Brady goes down and T-bones the 51, who just goes spinning around 25, 24, nowhere to go. Those 4 cars getting a heavy piece of that, bringing out the caution again. There you see Quisenberry. Of course, Tuesday night, the Grid Finder Xfinity Series was at the Nashville Super Speedway virtually, and that race turned into be a pretty good one. In the end, Cameron Hearn able to score the first win of the season for himself and in the league. Of course, their first race, and now tonight, the opening race for this Wilder Graphix Cup Series. And who can be the first one to go to victory lane tonight? As I mentioned Wilder Graphix earlier, they provide the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. You can get a hold of Anthony and the guys there on Facebook to be a part of the painting of your vehicle. See the 75 there, the Wilder Graphix paint scheme, the Camry. We'll see the field double up here in just a second. We'll go back to racing. Talked about some of the differences in this car that you're going to see from this season to next season. And again, I kind of mentioned earlier, one of the bigger features is the way the car looks. And what I mean by that is if you go out right now, I mean, it's obviously going to be dark the majority of places, but if you go out, say, tomorrow during the daytime, and you go find a Toyota Camry, it's going to look exactly like this car. They are all about the brand product next season with this next-gen car, going to look just like that. Then you look at a Chevy Camaro. And then if you go look at the Ford Mustang that's out, you're going to notice that the 3 cars look pretty identical to those cars. And basically what they're trying to do is bring out the whole win on Sunday, sell on Monday type theory. Except in this series, they don't race on Sundays, so it's kind of a metaphor right now, but it works. It's the way it used to be back in the day, and they're trying to bring it back with kind of a new school look. See the diffuser down there at the bottom of these cars, the attenuator. As we'll go back to green, 93 laps to go. Is Landon going to lead him to the green flag here? This one will get back to the pedal here. He's in first gear, so he's going to have to go through all 5 of them. Goes up to second. Got to be very careful of the wheel spin. You see the 24 just coming off pit road, and the battle's on back here with Harvey inside of Jeans for the fourth position here, not able to take it. As they will go around the 24 car that has no hood. No hooded special here on the 24. Of course, with this, I'm not unfortunately able to give you as we got a battle for the lead here. Let's check this out. Now Kohlhaas to the inside. Oh, and Landon gets the wall a little bit, and that's going to give the 29 the lead. So move Ira up to P1 right now, just ahead of Landon. Not able to give you a race summary of what's going on right now, but of course the race summaries brought to you by Track Time Entertainment. Track Time Entertainment builds custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community. They manufacture simulators in Texas, so using U.S. extruded aluminum. You can visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and a full lineup of their products. Of course, proudly made in the USA. I can verbally give you the race summary. There have been 6 cautions. Of course, Ira Kohlhaas leads after 112 laps. It was the 27 of Dylan Gonis who started on the pole this evening. Out of the 18 cars, 17 started the race this evening. So there's a little a verbal race summary of tonight's race. The racing has been fantastic. There's been tons of passes out here, a lot of patience being shown. Most of the wrecks have been just kind of wheel spin issues off the corner. There really hasn't been somebody move somebody out of the way type contact to bring cautions out. So definitely been a cleaner race. Who's been up front a lot tonight, running here in the 3rd position. Underneath the General Tire Bridge. You can definitely see a lot of the graphics that are used when you're outside of a car and you're not that user's car. Does not get shown. That's done purposely because, I mean, you could sit right here and take all the information you need to learn how to drive a race car. And I won't use the word cheat, but get the advantage over your competitor in the race. So they try to keep some of the stuff private. Chris Harvey, that Sharky Ford, as I mentioned, at 97. Pretty sporty so far this evening as we sit less than 85 laps to go. Lap time trying to get about 22 seconds. There's Ira out to a 1.5 second lead right now over Quisenberry, and Michael Jeans is putting pressure on that 75 right now. Dylan Reed also back into the picture in the 4th position at 39 car. He's gotten that thing all freshened up after having some issues early in this race. And of course, Chris Harvey here, as I mentioned, that is 2nd through 5th right now. And then Dale Lee is some 3 seconds back, and then Leonard Frost in the 11 car back in the 7th position right now. And then Adam Brady, the last of the lead lap cars, in the 77, running in the 8th position right now. Actually, I stand corrected. The one, oh no, he is caution. He is under a lap down, I should say. That's 8 cars on the lead lap. Oh, I think Quisenberry got the wall back there. And Reed has gone by for 3rd. He might have tapped it just a little bit. And the 75 down a spot. You wonder how fun these cars are going to be driving come next season when they're on the track again. Of course, I know on the iRacing side, a lot of, I think, different things need to happen, in my opinion, updating-wise to these cars. But otherwise, I think the car is going to be a fun one to drive. You see Harvey go to 4th inside of Quisenberry. So Landon falling back a little bit there after kind of getting in a fight with the wall. That 75 is struggling a little bit. See the scuff marks there on the outside of that car. There's Kolas now 1.2 seconds, so that lead is starting to shrink a little bit here. Last time by, the 08 was about a 10th faster. This time by, another 10th or so quicker. Jeans and Kolas. So the battle for the lead is getting closer and closer and closer here. Time by actually Kolas a little bit quicker, an 01 to an 09. So seeing these guys swap faster laps each and every lap, which makes this car so much fun to watch laps in. So again, I want to send a shout out to our camera crew tonight, part of Track Cams 4 Gourmet. They offer us the closest thing to real life cameras you will see here on broadcasting of online racing and so on and so forth. If you happen to watch a race at the regular Dover track on Fox, or when NBC was covering them, so on and so forth, you might notice a lot of these cameras look familiar. That's where they're made from, basically, by the Track Cams 4 Gourmet. They allow you to enjoy what is the closest thing to a real life experience, which I'm a big fan of. So hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast and the cameras we have to offer. But some of the bonus features from TrackCams22.com is these drones that you see out here flying. They almost look like the blimp, but they're actually drone cameras you can see out on track. That's thanks to our good friends at TrackCams22.com. Of course, the closest thing you will see to real life racing broadcasted here on iRacing, and of course on Captain Esports Network. We appreciate everybody for being a part of tonight's broadcast. As Kohlhaas and Jean, 4/10 now separation between the two. You should see the fight now starting to become a 3-car fight as Dylan Reed comes into the picture. Now these guys will have to make one more pit stop. 80% fuel in these cars usually can go about 80 laps. So I'm going to say somewhere probably in the lap 140 range, you will see these cars. Now let me read you the math. Around the 160 range, you'll probably see a lot of these cars come to pit road. The top off their tanks one final time as here comes Gene to the inside for the lead on the 29. Ira holding them down a little bit there. Oh, not giving it up yet. Ira got really loose off 4. He's got him, so Michael Jeans to the front. With 66 laps to go. And Ira's still fighting it out. Here comes the 97 Harvey now. Four cars under a blanket as Reed goes to second underneath Cole Haas. Harvey there in 4th. Trying to find somewhere to go. Boards with the Sharpie Ford Mustang. You see him kind of moving up the track a little bit, trying to get some clean air on that nose, trying to get the run off. Able to get that run on that nose. Of course, one of the things they've tried to work on with this next-gen car is allowed passing with this car. That's why you see those air ducts to inside the hood of the car. One is that get air to the radiator to the engine, but also supposed to help with downforce and drag to allow passing to happen here. Kind of burping the throttle a little bit there as he gets the inside of Cole Haas for position. He's got him, so move Harvey up to 3rd. 60 laps to go next time by. Jeans trying to stretch it out there in that Toyota Camry, a little bit on the 39. Great battle going on here as the 24's on pit road here. Not sure if this is a scheduled pit stop. If it is, he'll leave here in a second. He is not left yet, but here comes Dylan Reed to 39, the first of the leaders to pit road. Just a little bit early, 60 laps to go. You see the 25 also on pit road back there of Ludi, 36 laps down in the 11th position right now. Left side's going on. 4 tires and fuel for the 39. The 24 still on pit road, oh, by the way. 14 flat for Dylan Reed. Great stop for him. We'll see where he leads coming into the field. He's going to go at least 2 laps down, it looks like. Harvey up to the 2nd position right now. So when do you pit if you're these leaders? I think one of them might have to, what a little monkey see, monkey do here. You come to pit road, I think you're going to bring the others with them. But nobody's really playing that first to pit last deal here. I mean, Dylan Reed did so, but nobody followed him. Joining us, hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. You can always check out the Captain Esports Network on social media, of course, on Twitter and on Facebook. You can hit that subscribe button and get notifications every time we go on the air. As you see Dylan Reed going by with the fresher tires right now. Dylan last time by ran a 22.48. The rest of the leaders a 31, a 40, a 38. of a 23-second time. So he is a second faster than all of these cars right now. Again, next time we'll be on the air with this series, Tuesday night. It'll be the Grid Finder Xfinity Series from the virtual Michigan Speedway. We'll have that for you a little after 8:30 or so Tuesday evening. I'd love for you to come join us. The Ally Bridge down into turn 3 and 4 as you see Dylan Reed going to the inside and unlapping himself from Michael Jean. So very interesting strategy so far as everybody holds up. And now Ira Kohlhaas comes to pit road. So here comes the second of the leaders in. Four tires, fuel, pulls away as you finally see the 25 leave at pit road. Ludi trying to get as much damage fixed as possible. Got to be very careful not to get in that grass, and then you also don't want to get up on the track early. You get penalized for that. So Kohlhaas still 2 laps down as he needs the rest of these leaders to get to pit road. So now Jeans, Harvey, Quisenberry. Harvey Quisenberry as now Landon comes to pit road. Dale Lee and as I mentioned, Michael Jeans. And Michael's going to come to pit road right now, but Landon Quisenberry's on pit road. I'm not sure if something happened to Michael. But I can't even get focused on his car now. So something, I don't know, Jeans blinked out or something took place here with the 08, and I'm not sure what it is. But there goes Landon off pit road. So Chris Harvey right now leading this race by 9 seconds over Leonard Frost, and something has transpired with Michael Jeans. I'm not sure what exactly it is. If he blinked out behind the wall or... But he sits in 7th right now. Shocking developments in this race. The car that has led the most laps this evening is, looks like going virtually behind the wall. There's some internet issues. Now Harvey's going to come to pit road on the one of the trickiest pit roads in all of racing. You got to get down. Oh my gosh, he almost got the barrels. How did he miss those? Oh, okay, he didn't miss them or something happened. He towed the pit road just now. So Harvey tows the pit road. So he stops and actually tows to his pit stall, and that hands the lead to Leonard Frost. So Dale Lee to second, and then Dylan Reed is going to be the third place runner once everything cycles out here. As we wait on everybody to come around and get their tires and fuel here. And we still have not seen Michael Jeans since he came to pit road. Now Dale Lee's on pit road, so he'll squander the second position. That's Smith & Wesson, number 40. Or Smith & Wesson, sorry. Well, Leonard Frost, the only car on the lead lap now not to pit, and he's actually the only car on the lead lap now in the race. Four tires and fuel, and Leonard pulls away. And that will give the lead to Dylan Reed. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. It did not, because I think Leonard Frost topped off his fuel cell, and that's it. 4 seconds on pit road. Did I see that right? An interesting pit move by the 11. Actually, something's not adding up here because I'm seeing it actually shows Leonard not pitting there just now. Let me go down here in my events and see. Okay, I'm sorry. That was Dale Lee that came to pit road. Not. I'm out of control here. Don't mind me. Frost is still not pitted. I was somebody else I was looking at. In case you can't tell, yes, I'm getting a little tired. It's been a. I actually slept till like 12 hours a day. It's kind of weird, but just with work and all the different things. Now the tiredness is kind of cranked up a little bit, but we're still having fun here. We appreciate the Lightspeed Racing League for allowing us to be a part of their series here in the Captain Esports Network. We've made it through week number 1 of our leagues with these guys involved into it, and we're still working through some of the kinks to make all the broadcast smooth as possible and everything like that. We appreciate everybody's patience with the new graphics and so on and so forth. So eventually when Frost comes to pit road, we are looking at the leader of the race right here, Dylan Reed. And Dylan has about 3 seconds over Ira Kohlhaas. And from there, another 9.5 seconds to Landon Quisenberry. So that is going to be your top 3 once Frost comes to pit road here any minute. He could probably still go another. So he's pitted about 60 laps ago, so probably another 5 to 10 laps, maybe at most. Kohlhaas going to go by Frost. He done lap himself now. Frost is obviously playing the caution card right now. If he gets a yellow, the race is in his hands. If not, then obviously he's going to fall a lap down, if not 2. And if I'm seeing this right, he would fall somewhere down around the 6th place area. 5th or 6th. So still potential a top 5 run for this 11 car. There's Dylan having a great run. How about this 40 car? Dale Lee. Dale was involved in a couple accidents tonight. You see that Smith & Wesson car all beaten up, but he has persevered to the top 5 right now. Has a shot at a fantastic finish. Still haven't had a chance to see Michael Jeans come back on track. Looks like Adam Brady also is off the track. So right now, 7th, 8th, and 9th are all off the track. So this is a potential shot for somebody like an Anthony Ludi here, who's running in the 9th position right now. If he can run another, we got 28 laps to go. You see the leader going by right now. If he can complete these last 30 laps, he might jump up to the 6th position in this race before it's over with. It's going to be very tight right now as he sits. Actually, he won't be able to get 6th because Harvey is there right now. He can get to 7th, I believe, though. That's why it's so important to run these laps out here every night and every race. You just never know what positions you can gain when there's adversity to you. Frost continuing to lead here in this unsponsored Ford Mustang. Somebody put some logos on that car. Reed and Kohlhaas roughly 3 to 4 tenths off of the 11 speed. Or I shouldn't say off, I should say faster than the 11 speed. So all the cars out of the race tonight. Kevin Otis never started. Jeremy Moore, Michael Cooper, Dylan Gonis, Keith Bouchard, Anthony Giuliano, Joseph Murata, and Brandon Ayers now off the track, along with Adam Brady, Chris Couric, Michael Jeans, and Chris Harvey, all off the track here. So you keep running laps, you have a chance to jump up into the top 7 right now. As again, we do not have many cars left in this race. The attrition rate has gone up from self spins and so on and so forth. And here comes Frost to pit road. So 22 laps to go. The 11 is in. As I mentioned, the speed limit of all of 35 miles per hour as he enters his pit stall. Right side tires maybe, or is he going to go fuel only here? He is going fuel only. No tires. Nothing's lifted off the car yet. Got to be very careful not to spin the tires here, though. And he's sitting there and sitting there. A lot longer than he should be sitting there. He is at 20 seconds now, so I don't know if he got a speeding penalty too or something with the 11 cars. Dylan Reed goes to the lead. And we're going to take our final breaks of the evening. We're going to step away and come back to the finish here of this Monster Mile 200 from the virtual Dover International Speedway as you're watching the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
14 laps to go here at the Monster Mile Virtual Dover here on iRacing. As you're watching the Captain Esports Network, and you're starting to see a battle for the lead start to shape up. 0.8 of a second has the separation between Dylan Reed and Ira Koas. As they have completed their final pit stops, Frost came out 5th. He is now 2 laps down. And the battle is on right here of who's going to pull out the first win of this Wilder Graphix Cup Series season at the Monster Mile. And you see them going by the 97 of Harvey, who's back on track, 32 laps down now. After a tough situation for him coming on the pit road there. Again, a big shout out to our good friends at Track Cams for Gourmet, of course, the official camera provider of Captain Esports Network, as they give us the closest thing to real life each and every time we are at the racetrack here, and they've provided us the Dover cameras and so on and so forth. So that is how you're able to watch a race. And if you're new to the channel, you're like, this looks real. I mean, it kind of is when you look at the spectrum of there are humans driving these cars. But otherwise, it's a simulator. As you see, Kolas has got it down to 0.4 of a second here. 9 laps to go. Kolas hasn't been able to get any closer. You're wondering if there's any kind of a dirty air type of thing with this car, or if Kolas has maybe burnt the tires off. He has 7-lap newer tires, but if he ran harder than the 39 did, his tires might not be up to full song like Dylan Reed's is. But Reed, what a race for him. He's been involved in a ton of different incidents. Seemed to be a car that was a short run car only, but he has persevered and has worked his way to the front. With 3 cars now in the lead lap in a race that has been full of attrition. You see the outward over there next to a majority of the names. Again, Tuesday and Wednesday night for the Grid Finder Xfinity Series and also the Cup Series here, of course, presented by Wilder Graphix, both at the virtual Michigan Speedway, the 2-mile oval in Brooklyn, Michigan, the Irish Hills. That'll be the location for the next race next week. This Tuesday and Wednesday, as a matter of fact, live here on Captain Esports Network, along with so much other great racing from the TI Truck Series back in action tomorrow night. You'll have the BPRL makeup races from Friday and Sunday. They're supposed to be ran this week. They're going to be run next week at Bristol. VOR back at Road America Saturday night in the Indy cars. So many races to put on and so much fun. I'm having a blast calling these races, and hopefully you are too as you listen. And if you're watching the reruns of these races, hopefully you're enjoying them also. But appreciate all the feedback that everybody gives me. Appreciate all the comments and things like that. This is definitely a lot of fun to do. As coming up to 2 laps to go, still 0.6 of a second. For that discount tire, Ford Mustang, is he going to bring her off turn 4? Where the white flag will wave, final lap here at the Monster Mile. Kolas getting it down to within 0.4 of a second, but Dylan Reed is going to bring her off turn 4 from a 5th place starting spot to checkered flag and win number 1 for Dylan Reed to start the season off at the Monster Mile. Kolas going to get second. Landon Prisenberry going to finish 3rd. And the only 3 cars on the lead lap in this race. There's your finishing order. Dylan Reed wins it. As Dale Lee, actually, or Kyra Kolas finishes second. The Graphix, I don't know why they're all jumbled up like that, but second goes to Kolas. We've got to jumble this a little bit here. Landon finishes 3rd. Dale Lee 4th. 5th is down here at the bottom. Lennon Frost. 6th goes to Harvey. 7th is Courage. Jeans finishes 8th. Ludi and Brady, your top 10 finishers, actually, when it's all over with here. And but we do actually have some interviews here for you, and we're going to go, we are live, by the way, on the Captain Esports Network, and I'm going to jump into the LSRL Discord page here, and I know give me one quick second here. Barney, the flagman up there, is waving the checkered flag at something. All right, so let's get Landon in here. Landon obviously finishing in the 3rd position here in this race. Landon, it was an up and down event for, looked like a lot of the drivers here at Dover. Did you learn a lot from this next-gen car on this 1 mile track?
Definitely. I mean, Dover is it's a fun racetrack, and it's a lot more challenging, obviously, with you know, the actual cars that are racing right now. But the next gens were quite interesting. You know, once you not forget that there's a 5th gear and kind of get up there, it's still just as loose as that the current Cup cars, but a little bit different. And you know, there's some things that kind of surprised me a little bit, just the way you can take different lines and how stable it was, and it also kind of took away the tire wear a little bit at the track, because well, actually, it just depends too, because you know, with I didn't even think about this, but with the symmetrical bodies, which you know NASCAR doesn't run now, but that contact with the wall I had was a lot more significant than what I thought it'd be. It was just a little scrape to the wall, but I mean it changed the whole balance of the race car, and caused me to drive it a bit different. I got down pit road and I was expecting like, oh, maybe it was like a 10-second optional repair, but it ended up being 40 seconds. So it's very important to keep it off the wall. But yeah, once you kind of get it, there's a way you can kind of drive them to where it kind of took away the tire wear at the racetrack, which I don't know if I liked, but I mean, it's a lot of fun. And then just with the stuff that they have to get rid of dirty air, you still do feel dirty air on someone. It's kind of hard to pass, but you don't really feel those effects until you're right on someone. Right. It's not like the current Cup cars where you get about, a couple tenths, maybe half a second behind someone and you just immediately start pushing tight. So, but all in all, it's a lot of fun.
Talk about you mentioned the tire wear a little bit, and I come to think about maybe the rubber that was on the track, because I noticed a lot of the cars you had to drift up a little bit and almost dime in the corner to come off and get that straightaway to be longer. especially down the backstretch or even off of turn 4. Did the tire wear maybe hinder itself with the rubber that was on the track? 1, 2, obviously the track conditions could have played a role also, but obviously with this new car, there's so many questions there.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of shifted my line around a little bit. It was kind of the diamond, and then towards the end of the race, I started just driving it in really hard and up on the top lane and apexing it straight down on the exit, and it kind of get a little bit looser, but I feel like it kind of helped save the tires a little bit. I don't know. There's a few different ways to get around with these new cars, and I think it's kind of exciting and fun in a way. But honestly, I think it really just depends on who you're kind of racing around and how the air kind of plays off too, because obviously the cars are a lot different aero-wise, affected by each other. So it's a learning curve for sure, and it was weird because I mean I only got short pitted by the 39 of Reed for what was it, 10 laps, and I thought I got a good advantage, but I mean he just took off. I thought maybe short pitting wouldn't have that much of an advantage, and I'd be able to pull back at a racetrack like Dover where the tires were, and that just wasn't the case. So a lot learned and a lot to take into the upcoming races for the next gen cars.
Yeah, of course you got Michigan next week, which is going to be a wild one, because I know the one thing that's been talked about in this car is what's going to be the horsepower and all that stuff in the car. There's been a lot of rumors that it might be somewhere in the 615 range. I know obviously that the normal Cup cars right now run the 550 at Michigan, of course the 750 at a track like Dover. So very interested to see what this car is going to provide come next week at the virtual Irish Hills up there in Michigan. But Landon, we appreciate your time, and we'll give you an opportunity if you want to send some shout outs out. I'm sure some of the sponsors will come watch the stream here when they watch the rerun of this race and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just obviously big thanks to the admins and everyone that helps run the league. Shout out to Water Graphix, Grid Finder, Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shop, Track Time Entertainment, all the ones that have supported the league and helped us run. And feels good to be back. Obviously, you with the broadcast too. It feels good to be back in the booth. Didn't even get to talk about it. That those broadcast issues the last race of last season, and I won the title, so I didn't get to do a champion interview. This is like the first time to do that. But that it's good to start off pretty strong this season, finishing P3 in the opener. I didn't think I was going to win the Cup title. The Xfinity title I led for like 11 weeks and then fell just short because Justin Wilson is just him and Cameron are just on a different level. So it's good. A lot of improvement obviously that I need to do. Shout out to my parents and all them helping out. But yeah, I'm excited for Michigan next week. So just that track, it's the only place I've ever won in iRacing, and it's the last place I won. I literally only race when I have in this league was at Michigan the day before my birthday, which my birthday is January 16th. So I wasn't even 17 when I won that race. So hopefully, fingers crossed I can keep the magic at that track, but I'd also like to win somewhere different than Michigan. I don't want to be just a one-track wonder. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really excited. Hopefully be talking to me again next week.
Hey, that'd be cool. He's so good. He even knows how to do a Scott Pruitt in the middle of his interview. So great job to Landon. Congratulations on your top 3. And yeah, like you said, we'll maybe talk next. Actually, later this week. Well, I guess we can call it now.
Oh, true. Didn't really think about that, but yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, hang around, Landon. We'll talk here after the race, but I'm going to move him up to another channel real quickly here, and that's going to do it. Trying to see if Dylan and Ira were here, but unfortunately, looks like they're unable to make it here for the interviews. But a big shout-out to those guys for winning and finishing second in this race. Of course, Landon finishing third, so in a wild race here, of course, at the virtual Dover International Speedway. As I mentioned, the good news coming up here on Wednesday night of this week. This race will actually be live at the virtual Michigan Speedway. I'll be there for that race coming up at 10 after 8 or so come Wednesday evening. So it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to putting on some racing here from the Irish Hills of Michigan. Big thanks to Anthony and the crew, Joseph, Landon, all the guys here from the LSRL for allowing me to be a part of this broadcast for both series. We're looking forward to a great relationship. Of course, we're still working through some kinks and stuff, but either way, we are going to make it all work and make it all happen here on the Captain Esports Network. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the viewers, all the racers, and so on and so forth. And we are going to head out and wish you a great Sunday evening. And I'll always remember, as I leave you, it's the slogan I like to say if you're new to watching Captain Esports Network because you've never seen me with this series, always know that I have a quote each and every race that says, this isn't just a game. Exactly. See ya!